Hi, welcome to Mommas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. As always, before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button and share this with another mama so she can get some tips, tricks, and maybe something to help that morning routine run a little bit smoother. As always, we're going to start the episode off with a motivational quote or mantra. This week's quote is going to be, when you have a healthy and positive energy in life, amazing things like love, joy, success, and wealth come your way. Again, when you have healthy and positive energy in your life, amazing things like love, joy, success, and wealth come your way. I think that is a great quote, and it summarizes, I was going to say opposites attracts, but it summarizes that like things like to be with each other. So if you have radiant energy, that means you will attract other things such as the quote stated, love, joy, success, wealth. I'll also add peace, calmness, things that really make a difference on a daily basis. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. So I do want to mention I am in my pajamas. I have not done a pajama episode in a while, but I decided to bring it back. I also have my bonnet on. So just wanted to have some nostalgic looks for the podcast. And I just thought about something. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever else you listen to a podcast, you can't see me, but I have on a pajama set that I've worn in the past, like when the podcast first started. So definitely check us out on YouTube, because like I said, if you're just listening to audio, you won't be able to see what I'm wearing. So check me out on YouTube. Also, there is a visual aspect of Spotify. It depends on, I know for Android, if you are on Spotify, let me see if I can pull it up, because I just did it when I was listening to the episode on Monday. Okay, so if you're looking at the episode, like the visual, you can hit switch to audio. It's kind of like right below the picture. And then if you're listening to the episode just audio, they're still in that same place right below the picture, switch to visual. And again, that's for Android. I'm sure it looks a little bit different on an iPhone, but it should be somewhere in that screen close to the picture where it says switch to audio or visual. So give it a try. If you haven't seen what I look like before, you'll be able to see me in my pajamas relaxing. This week, I want to talk about the morning rush. If you have school age kids, or even if your kids are preschool age and you have to, you work outside the home and you have to take them somewhere every morning, you probably still experience this. The younger they are, it's a little bit easier. Like when your kids are in diapers, drinking a bottle and stuff like that, it's a lot easier because you don't really have to worry about, if you're running real late, you can change your baby's diaper, and then you could probably keep them on pajamas, being honest. If you're real late, get them a bottle, warm the bottle up in the car, feed the bottle, if they can hold their own bottle, let them feed themselves a bottle in the car while you ride on out, because you got everything together. So that's like the easiest, in my opinion. Unless, something's going on with your child. Hopefully that's not the case. Like they may be sick or something like that. But if everything's good, you can ease on out the house pretty good. It just depends on how quickly you get ready, and if you are an early riser or you like to kind of push it to the edge and wait to the last minute. Now, what we have this year in my family is both of our girls are in school. My oldest daughter, she is in first grade. So she has been going to school for already 3 years, pre-K, kindergarten, and this is her third year with first grade. So she understands the concept of waking up in the morning. When you first wake up, you're sleepy. Oh, I don't really want to wake up. Right now it's cold. So, it's still a little bit cold getting out your covers. You're like, ooh, I don't want to get out of all this warm. But she understands it. She gets it. Even though she may be a little tired, she'll sleep in the bed for another 5 minutes, get up, start getting ready. She may be a little slow, but still understand the assignment of getting up and getting ready for school. My youngest daughter, this is her first time going somewhere outside of the house. So she's in pre-K. Right now, she is our issue. She does not want to get out of bed. She wants to cry. Sometimes you have to pick her up out of the bed and take her to the bathroom so she can use the bathroom. She does the most every morning. Some mornings, I'll probably say out of the 5 days they have to get up early, she probably does good, maybe two. And then sometimes on the weekend, if they have to take me to work, it's a toss up too. About 50%. One day she's gonna get up and do things on her own. The next day she is gonna be dragging and just dragging basically and whining at the same time. So unfortunately on Tuesday, I must admit, and I had to apologize to my daughter, I just lost it. Everyone, I'm already up early, completely dressed. I'm trying to negotiate everybody downstairs, my daughters. And then my oldest daughter, like I stated, she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. But I had to do her hair because Monday night I basically ran out of time. I didn't want them to go to bed too late. So I had to restyle her hair. Well, here's my youngest daughter. She's already moving slow. She doesn't want to do anything by herself. For some reason, I don't know why she's like this. She can put on her own clothes, brush her teeth, do everything she needs to do on her own. For some reason in the morning, she has forgotten how to do all of these things. So on Tuesday morning, she has decided to move slow like a turtle or a sloth. We were just talking about sloths at dinner, so she decided to move slow like a sloth. Then after she finally uses the bathroom, well, excuse me, she still was saying she couldn't use the bathroom. So I'm like, okay, drink some water to go ahead and, get things working. So she didn't want to do that. She didn't get dressed. She didn't brush her teeth. So we are like running right up to the time we need to leave. I like to leave the house between 7:15 and 7:30 so we can get to school before, we're late. Well, she was just moving slow. I'm trying to do her hair. My husband is just coming downstairs. So he's like, okay, you need to go ahead, get your things ready while I'm doing my sister hair. He's talking to my sister hair. While I'm doing her sister hair, my oldest daughter's hair. He's talking to my youngest daughter, letting her know, come on, move along, move along. Well, in my head, I feel like everyone is moving slow. I just, it was a line. I'm trying to get out the house. Well, I thought we were to the finish line. My daughter is saying, oh, I don't want to wear my tennis shoes. They're too tight. I want to wear my Crocs. But last week, it was cold. So we're like, no, you have to wear tennis shoes. It's too cold to wear Crocs. So she finally gets on her shoes. We get outside. Oldest daughter is outside getting in the car. My husband is walking the trash can down. And my youngest daughter sees my husband walking the trash can down. So she proceeds to have another meltdown. She's like, oh, I wanted to help Daddy. I just lost it. I started screaming, gave her some pops. So she's crying. I lost it. I just couldn't handle it anymore. I actually just went back in the house and I told them to leave me. And my husband just, took them to school. Thankfully, I ended up having a day to myself because I just needed that time to relax. It was already stressful the week of Thanksgiving with everybody being at home, since the girls are not usually at home since they're both in school. So it was like a compound of everything. I would love to hear your comments if you have ever, just kind of lost it during the morning rush or a morning routine with your kids. And, how did you feel afterwards? Did you have to apologize? What ended up happening, My youngest daughter, when she came home from school, she came upstairs and she was like, I want to apologize for not acting right this morning. And, I told her the same thing. I want to apologize since I yelled at her. But I told her, I said I was not apologizing for giving her pops because she was not doing what she was supposed to be doing. And, explaining to her, you want to make sure that you have your things together. Oh, I forgot. Let me back up. The other issue she had, she liked the shirt that she picked out, but the pants I picked out, I thought she saw me pick them out. She did not like the pants. So that was another issue. Just a whole bunch of stuff. So, just in summary, share your feedback, your comments, your tips on what you do to kind of move along the morning rush. Usually it's smooth. Even when my daughter is, not cooperating 100%, it's still smooth. What I do, they eat toast in the morning. They may have like applesauce or something like that, or if we make a smoothie, but for the most part, they eat toast with jelly or cheese, whatever. And then they'll have something additional. So I already try to have the toast wrapped up, ready to go so they can eat it in the car. If it's a smoothie, that's already in a cup so they can have, or they can drink it before we leave. So I try to have that together. Try to have their coats down off the coat hanger so they know, okay, here's my coat. I'm not looking for my coat. My daughter has a book baggie. Here's the book baggie with my coat. My shoes are here. That cuts out all of that looking back and forth. Mom, have you seen this? Mom, have you seen that? Daddy, where's this? Cuts that out. We pick out our clothes the night before. That way they can see what they're going to wear. My oldest daughter, she wears a uniform, so she just picked what color shirt she want to wear, but everybody can see what they're going to be wearing in the morning. So those are just a few of my tips. Have breakfast ready, pick your clothes out. We do the character washcloths from the Dollar Tree. So if they want a certain character, we go ahead and let them pick that out at night because that really helps cut down too. So just some of those things, making sure you have certain things ready in the morning that they're going to be comfortable with. What I've decided to do is let them get ready upstairs. I usually bring them downstairs, but just see if that helps out since they don't have to come from upstairs to downstairs. So just trying to see what will help them. My husband made a great recommendation. He said he makes sure they get fully dressed. So when they get out to bed, they go ahead and put on all their clothes. Then they come use the bathroom, brush their teeth, stuff like that. So I'm just trying to think, I need some tips, Mama, to help us really make that morning routine a lot smoother. If you have older kids, please share your tips. What helped you get through morning rush when your kids were in elementary school? When they're like in middle school and high school, unless you have a child that just doesn't want to get up, I think probably once your child gets up, they can still maneuver their own self around like getting dressed, breakfast and all that. I would love to hear your tips. I would love if you share this with another mama that may have a hard time with her morning rush each day getting out the house. I was trying to think, but share, like, leave a comment, like I said it with your tips, and hit the bell for notifications so you'll know when we come out with a new episode on Monday. This one, and I think our next episode, I'm gonna need a lot of feedback from you, Mama. So if you have some great tips, share. And always remember that me time is essential and it is never selfish. Have a great week.